Alright, is this on? Hello everybody, it is me, Bonded08. I'm here to watch the most overrated form in Dragon Ball and the Quill Boom's new Skibby Toilet series. I know I've been gone for a long time. I've been caught up with school. I've been caught up with schoolwork. That's a good thing. School's almost over. That's another good thing. So I can do more YouTubing, and I'll have to get a job soon. And if you guys have seen my community post, I posted, I'll probably just show up on the screen right now. I'll just edit it so it can be in the screen. Yeah, that's what I'm making. So it's super cool, and once it's entirely finished, I'm hoping for it to be the best one I've had done in a long time. So just watch out for that, and let's get on with the video. I have nothing else to say, so let's go on. Let's go.
Super Saiyan 3 is a bad transformation. Don't leave an angry comment or a death threat yet, just hear me out. The first thing that I have to make clear is if you think Super Saiyan 3 looks cool, I agree. In the anime at least. The manga was hit and miss for me. Speaking of the manga, I want to be clear, my focus really is on Dragon Ball's manga, and by extension,
I do love Super Saiyan 3 because of its design. Even though it's technically, like, I think even Super Saiyan 3 measures up to Super Saiyan 4, but can still be beaten by Super Saiyan 4. It's a pretty weak form to the new. It's a really weak form to the new forms we have today. But over that, if it's used properly with like someone that has can really fight good, then I'm thinking it could be a good form.
Manga-accurate portions of Dragon Ball Z, so the non-canon Dragon Ball Z movies, those are fine with me. If anything, Super Saiyan 3 is cooler in the 2 Dragon Ball Z movies it's in than any other time in the series. So if those are your reasons for liking Super Saiyan 3, great, I love that for you. But in terms of the story of Dragon Ball, it's a really big miss for me, and I think I can explain why in 3 points. And more importantly, I want to end this with how I think Super Saiyan 3 could have been better used. I don't want this to be all negative. Let's start with character assassination. I think we all know by the time of the Buu Saga, Toriyama was getting tired of Dragon Ball and seemed to start having a more cynical outlook on Goku as a character. This is especially clear as the arc progresses. Goku starts the arc as someone who's willing to sacrifice his one day on Earth in order to protect the planet from an unknown threat. He's constantly trying to make sure that Buu isn't revived, and despite being lighthearted about Babidi's weaker minions, he continues this seriousness through the Majin Vegeta encounter, and
I mean, it sounds like a typical Goku to me. I don't see much anything about that. I'm technically right now on the Namek arc. I was previously on the Piccolo, the Piccolo arc. The Evil King Piccolo arc, where Goku fights Piccolo in the tournament with a whole bunch of other characters as well, even characters that made a comeback, what was his name again? All I know is that Goku exploded. All I know is that Goku killed what? Yeah, all I know is that Goku did not kill him when he kicked the grenade to his face, which I don't know how he survived that. I don't know I forgot what his name is, but I forgot what his name is though, but he's like he was once an instant kill character, but he's now gone. But with all that out of the way, let's keep going.
And even his limited time on the lookout after he wakes up from Vegeta's sucker punch. There, he's even surprisingly strict when he's training Goten and Trunks to fuse. He's not playing around, and the story is doing everything to tell us that he isn't. Then this is all immediately undermined by Goku revealing he has Super Saiyan 3, since the form could have stopped Buu from being revived in the first place. Some people seem to think that Goku using Super Saiyan 3 would have given more energy to Buu's revival, but that's just wrong. Buu doesn't just collect power.
I'm physically right under a tree right now while making this video. So there's raindrops coming from the leaves, which are dropping on my phone. So I'm just trying to get that out of the way.
From the air or whatever those people think. He specifically gets energy from fighters that aren't Babidi's minions being damaged. This is why Pui Pui and Yakon getting killed didn't help to revive Boo. The energy only comes from the damage they deal, not the damage they take. That's why Goku says he wants to end the fight with Majin Vegeta quickly at full power. He's taking the threat of Boo seriously. Oh, did you catch that? Yeah, read it again real quick. Goku's supposedly fighting at full power here. Super Saiyan 3 makes Goku a massive liar in retrospect, and not just one little lie to Vegeta either. Lies to Piccolo about being unable to beat Boo at all, to then simply being unsure if he can beat Boo as a Super Saiyan 3, which is a bit better, though it doesn't solve the Vegeta issue. Goku explains that he didn't...
I have seen from little clips on YouTube that Super Saiyan 3 and Boo are definitely close in power. They are definitely close in power. Which is surprising because Boo was supposed to be the biggest and scariest character. Even Kid Boo, who didn't absorb anybody at the time, had struggled with Super Saiyan 3 Goku because their powers were so close together. But in the end, he almost won. So, that's one thing.
Use Super Saiyan 3 against Majin Vegeta because of the time limit, but if he was able to bounce Boo around like a paddle ball long enough for Trunks to get the Dragon Radar, I think he had more than enough time to knock out Majin Vegeta. Then later, Goku flat out brags he could have beaten Boo when he first fought him, but chose not to. Not even pretending there was doubt anymore like he did to Piccolo earlier on. It's insane when you compare this arrogant Goku, who's about to not beat Kid Buu, by the way, after the Earth was destroyed and all of the people he loves were killed, to Goku at the beginning of the arc, who's more concerned about the potential of this threat than his one precious day on Earth. I think you could see...
That makes sense. So, in the beginning, he was like, I want to kill him right now. We can't waste any more time. And then, progressively, he's like, you know what? I want to let my kids handle him. I want to let them have the ball. I want to let them have the ball before I get the ball back.
Toriyama's cynical view of Goku evolving over the course of this story, and ultimately it hurts Goku as a character, and it's all rooted in Super Saiyan 3 existing as a form for Goku. Like, imagine Goku was strong enough to beat Cell in the Cell games and just chose not to. That would suck, and people would cry about it even more than they already do with the Senzu Bean. The reason Goku fights Cell first is to see if he can beat Cell without having to rely on Gohan. If he could have won, he would have won, and he says as much to Gohan. It's powerful when
he would have won. I mean, yeah, at Cell's current power, they were close to match. They were really close to that power. And then when Cell got blown up by Goku, I guess he got a power boost because he has parts of Saiyan blood in him, which then made that gap in power a little bit bigger.
Goku gives up. It affirms to us that Gohan is the sole chance for Earth to survive because we already saw how everyone couldn't begin to compare themselves to how strong Goku was. It's not just Goku making a risky choice to gamble on the next generation that seems completely out of character when compared to his actions in the beginning of the arc. Speaking of the Cell Saga, let's go to point number 2, regression. I want you to think back to when Trunks fights Perfect Cell. He uses Super Saiyan Grade 3, sacrificing mobility and speed for power, to the point that in the manga, Trunks never lands a single hit on Cell while he's in this form. It's explicitly to show Trunks' inexperience and naivety, especially...
Even though Super Saiyan Grade 3 is a slow form, and basically anyone can counter it, it doesn't really matter. Super Saiyan Grade 3 with Trunks and Vegeta, Vegeta must have used Grade 2, looks so cool because they're just so buff. It just looks so cool.
Especially since the fight is interlaced with scenes showing what's happening in the time chamber. Goku learns Super Saiyan Grade 2 and Grade 3 extremely quickly, but
I did see a clip where he used Super Saiyan Grade 2 or maybe 3, but I never thought you go with grade 3.
Fast as he learns them, he sees their obvious weaknesses that limit their overall effectiveness. This is not just about the speed loss from Super Saiyan Grade 3 either. Grade 2 also suffers from consuming too much energy. These forms are just inefficient, gaining power in exchange for a very obvious downside. This is why Super Saiyan 2 is actually...
Would it be possible if Goku trained more with Super Saiyan 3 and possibly he would how much power it drains from you would just decrease because he's training with Super Saiyan 3 so much that the power rises and the power decreasing drops? I mean, we've seen that happen with, no, not Super Saiyan. I mean, but still, would that have changed? I mean, maybe if he trained with it for a long time, trained using that power more often to the point where dropping his energy is very slow.
Really interesting. It's a more powerful Super Saiyan form that seemingly doesn't have these issues. It is truly the form to surpass the Super Saiyan wall, an efficient and powerful evolution of Super Saiyan. So why the fuck is Super Saiyan 3 like this? The Super Saiyan grades exist as a warning. Their purpose is to show that there are wrong ways to go about getting stronger. That's the reason I actually like both of them, even if they're supposedly useless. They further the narrative. They lead to something better. Meanwhile, Super Saiyan 3 is the final Super Saiyan form of the original manga, and it just reintroduces some of these obvious flaws without having a greater purpose. I've said this before, so I won't harp on it too much, but you could just not have Super Saiyan 3 in the Buu saga, and things don't actually change that much. I'm not saying that characters like Buu stay as strong as they are, as this would obviously require a rewrite and not a simple what if, but would it be so bad if Goku stalled Buu in a more creative way? Would Gotenks be less cool if he was just a Super Saiyan 2 instead? Actually, we'll get back to Gotenks in a bit. The form just feels so forced, especially considering how it gets no foreshadowing, and with Goku lying, it actually gets anti-foreshadowing. Super Saiyan is foreshadowed by the legend that's repeated over the course of an entire...
Since I'm on the Namek saga, I did get very far to the point where Piccolo is revived and brought to Namek, and then Vegeta pulls up, couldn't get the wish he wanted, and now they're gonna have to face off against Frieza. That's how far I'm at. I did get the teasers of this Super Saiyan, so I would agree with him.
Arc. Super Saiyan 2 is foreshadowed by both Gohan's hidden potential and the hunt for a form that would surpass the Super Saiyan wall. Super Saiyan 3 gets none of that. It just shows up only to get almost immediately overshadowed, which is actually my next point. While
Yeah, maybe if it was shadowed like at least longer than it was, maybe it would have been better? Yeah, it probably would have been better.
Super 3 has a cool introduction, it doesn't really do much. And when I say it doesn't do much, I'm not just talking about winning fights either. It just isn't that present in most of the series, and it's honestly replaced by other new things pretty quickly. The first is fusion. Like I said, Super Saiyan 2 Gotenks would have been fine, and Vegito doesn't even use anything besides regular Super Saiyan, but he's such a beast and a fan favorite anyway. Honestly, I just think more people like Vegito than Super Saiyan 3, but maybe I'm out of touch. You can let me know in the comments.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
But let's not forget the other new form of the arc, Ultimate. Now I'm sure the Dragon Ball movies make you think of Super Saiyan 3 as the better form, but narratively...
I have looked up, or I have heard that the reason Super Saiyan 3 doesn't appear much often, even though it did appear for at least a couple seconds in the Tournament of Power, just because Goku wants to show off, is because of the long hair. I think Toriyama didn't want to make Super Saiyan 3 appear more often is because of his long hair, which by animating would take a long time to do. because just animate the enemy in the hair flowing, dodging, flowing hair. I can see how that would take a very long time because of that long hair.
Even if it's a bit redundant, Gohan having untapped hidden power and getting an efficient transformation to access that power with is way better than the problems Super Saiyan 3 causes for Goku's character in this arc. And more importantly, Gohan continues to use his ultimate form while Super Saiyan 3 makes seemingly no progress. In Super, we're instantly shown that Super Saiyan 3 is far behind the powers that Goku will face in the story with a flick heard around the world. It was on Kid Kai's planet though, so I guess it wasn't that hard to hear. The God forms obviously go on to replace Super Saiyan 3 as well, but even worse, in the anime's version of the Tournament of Power, it's heavily implied that Super Saiyan 3 is far less efficient than even Super Saiyan God in Goku's fight with Kale and Caulifla. Honestly,
I struggle to understand why Super Saiyan God doesn't take as much energy than Super Saiyan 3, even though it's a way more powerful form. Maybe it's just like that. Uh-oh. It's starting to rain more now. I gotta end this quick.
Caulifla, if you're watching,
Oh no. Indoor pizza too. Oh, I've heard of this! I've heard of that.
honestly, Caulifla, if you're watching this, give up on Super Saiyan 3. There are better forms available. Hell, Goku doesn't even use it when using all of his transformations against...
Do I think Caulifla's gonna find a way to go Super Saiyan 3 and try to use it on Goku? Yeah, even when they fuse, they're probably still going to use that form because it's a higher form to use, even though it has such a stamina drain. They're gonna try to use it on Goku anyway, probably in the next Tournament of Power, even though Goku has surpassed them by a mile. A long mile, like a football mile. I would still think they're gonna use the form. But if they don't use the form and they find a better form to use, like they have Planet Sadala, which has a buttload of Saiyans, probably a bunch of Saiyans. So, but what I'm thinking, they could get Super Saiyan God if they wanted to. Power of like what Saiyans they said to get Super Saiyan God. All I'm gonna say is it's not a bad thing, but I don't think they know that. I don't think they know that the power of 5 Saiyans, all putting their power into one Saiyan, could get them Super Saiyan God. I don't think they know that, but if they tend to know that later on, they would immediately use that form against Goku in their fusion power mixed with Kale's power. Because it could make a big... I don't know if it'll make a big difference, because Goku's surpassed lots of gods of destruction at this point, with true Ultra Instinct, which is, like, I'm not far into the manga, but I'm confused. How far is the manga going? We got perfected, we got mastered, perfected, and then we got true Ultra Instinct. When did true Ultra Instinct pop up? That's what I'm struggling to figure out. When did it pop up? But let's keep going. Let's finish this.
Against Jiren in the anime. This isn't even just a canon thing either. In GT, we see Super Saiyan 3 twice, once without a tail and once with. The idea was Goku having a tail would make him strong enough to beat Baby, but nope, he gets Super Saiyan 4 instead because Super Saiyan 3 can't do shit. It's so funny to think Super Saiyan 3 had one chance to get a pretty notable W, beating Buu in Goku's first fight with him, but instead he chooses to let the kids handle it, and even with them using Super Saiyan 3, they don't manage to do it either. Something I think of as Goku's greatest failure, but even ignoring Goten and Trunks being failures, I think they're the best way to use Super Saiyan 3. Like I've been explaining, most of the reasons to dislike Super Saiyan 3 narratively are Goku-centric. The Goten and Trunks don't have that same baggage. Instead of them copying Super Saiyan 3, why not?
I mean, then again, if you use Super Saiyan 3 in a smart way, like you think about your tactics, it would tend to be a good form to use. Even though the stamina drain is large, if you just use it as a last resort and you smartly strategize using it, you might gain the upper hand if you just think about what you're going to do next.
Have them discover it. It may sound dumb, but having the inexperienced kids discover a form that increases their power at the cost of efficiency makes way more sense. Gotenks is already a gag-heavy character, so this could be a classic Toriyama gag scene too, and the setup is already baked into the manga. We see that after a week of training in the time chamber, Goten and Trunks are exhausted as they talk about achieving a level beyond Super Saiyan. Cut the part of them explaining the stamina and fusion time limit issues for now. Then imagine we didn't know about Super Saiyan 3 yet. You'd think they meant Super Saiyan 2. Eventually, they would get betrayed and trapped in the time chamber, only to then reveal their new form, Super Saiyan 3, and its power blows Piccolo away. He really thinks they can beat Buu now. Meanwhile, Goku is watching them from the realm of the Kaioshin with Elder Kai's crystal ball. While Supreme Kai and Kibito are in awe of Gotenks' power, Goku is a bit skeptical. The fight with Super Buu plays out the same, still ending with Gotenks losing the form and defusing early, explaining then that they knew about this weakness and decided to use it anyway. There's no regression, no character assassination, and not nearly as much of an issue with overshadowing since the form is supposed to be bad. It also leaves Gotenks an exclusive form to build off of in the future that would be entirely his own. In the same way, we have exclusive forms for most characters now. So if the Buu Saga really needed Super Saiyan 3, I think it should have been a Gotenks exclusive form. But it
Then again, if he didn't have Super Saiyan 3 on when he was still when he exited the time chamber, found out the form, and went to go fight Buu, that form, he would have lasted a lot longer than it was originally supposed to be. Because if he didn't use the form to go all the way to Super Buu, then he would have had a longer time using that form, because he didn't just go all the way to Super Saiyan 3 and stamina drain. But that seems to be the end of the video, but not the end of the video itself. That's just the end of that video, that reaction. I'm gonna react to one more thing, and then I'm just gonna be done. Alright, here we go. The last reaction, since you won't believe it, but the last recording was about 2 minutes and 30 something seconds long. I did not intend for that to be that long, because uploading videos that long is going to take at least an hour or two. Back then, when I had my Chromebook, it took a longer time than I wanted it to be, at least a day or two, to upload at least a video. Back then, I wasn't as efficient at making recordings and using microphones as I am now. So, rocking the Skibidi Warfare 3 by The Quill Boom. Blurry? Why is it blurry? Quality is 144p. I don't like that. Let me just use this for a little bit. Oh, and at the beginning there, I do suggest the Quill Boom should use more blood effects. Like, I know you probably don't want to get, like, what's that word? Probably don't want people to try and report you because of that. But then again, I mean, it's just an opinion. You could try to do that. Try to make a blood effect. catch-up effect, actually. And what else to say here? Oh, whatever. I'll leave that all for the end of the video. Look at that stupid toilet. He has no guns. He's just weak. Oh, what? They took him away? No! Are they good with us, or it's not over though? Oh, why are they leaving? Why are they leaving? Oh.
All invaders will be next.
Oh, look at all of them. Yeah! Save us from the Astros!
I'm gonna kill.
Oh no, not more than stuff. I know I probably left.
Prisoners also rest in shit.
I know I probably left other things as well that I did not censor in my last video. I completely forgot about that. And once I remembered, I thought it would get taken down. Hold on. I thought, because my last video, I don't think I censored anything. I'm gonna probably spend most of my time censoring things in this video. This big reaction right now. In my last video, I don't think I did, because I thought there was nothing I had to censor, but there was. But somehow the video did not get taken down yet. Surprise that. Which I'm glad so many people seen the video. I am super glad that you guys basically want me to watch more Dragon Ball stuff. I'll see if I can get to that. And I'm pretty sure the video is about to be up. So let's finish it.
Hugs?
Not right now. Not right now, no. Alright, that's the end of that. What I was gonna begin to say is, about the murder drones content. I rarely see much of any murder drones content for me to react to, because it's because I feel like it's starting to decrease in the amount of people that watch it, because there's nothing coming out anymore. I do remember that someone who is a great animator and a great graphic designer is working on making their own series, I think, but I don't see any confirmation that he is. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, there isn't really much Murder Jones content anymore, because there's no more murders. The complete series is just basically done. It's over. Which I'm sad to see that it's over, because it was such a good series. I wanted to see where else it would continue out from. Like, I know from past episodes, okay, let me try to remember. I'm pretty sure you all remember the one episode where they did meet Tessa. They went to some underground base, and they found a whole bunch of dead bodies of murder drones, which then it hit me. How would murder drones be on that planet? Like, you all saw it, they had the weird things on their heads, which like power, like some type of power source, maybe. Like, there was a bunch of them. They were all dead though, but their hearts were kept in these jars by some lady who trapped them, took their hearts, put them in jars. I don't know why. I guess so they can't get back to their bodies, and place them in the fridge. Which begged me to wonder if there's more Murder Jones out there. Because if there is more Murder Jones out there, and Sin's plan is not over yet, then it's obvious that they might go to that planet and try to attack them. It's kind of like I would kind of take it like the Saiyan arc in Dragon Ball Z, something like that. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more Dragon Ball reactions. And if you want more Murder Jones reactions, I don't know if I can because there's not really much videos popping up anymore of Murder Drones. There's posts, little polls, like which character is the best this, which character is the best that. But I'm trying to react to videos. So if you want more Murder Jones content and Dragon Ball content, be sure to help me in the comments of what I should react to. Link a specific video, a specific Murder Jones video or a Dragon Ball video that you want me to react to. Or if you just want me to react to the same person that I've now reacting to, the same Dragon Ball reviewer guy that I've been reacting to, then hit a like for that as well. And with all that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I have put out for all of you. I know I haven't been very active on my YouTube channel. I am sorry. It's just I've trying to find the confidence to make these videos for you guys. It hasn't really been much confidence. I have. But I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.